Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to another episode of Getting Started with C#. I'm Faisal, and in this video we will filter the list of the district using plain for loop. And this is the continue video of our last video. Please check on the details page, description page for the previous video, or check the playlist also. So here is our plan. Now we will add a text box. We will write something into the text box, and the text box input, according to the input of the text box, we will filter and search the district and show the filtered result into the list box. Those who don't know, it is the ultimate goal. For example, if I press D, then Dhaka and Dinajpur shows up. If I press P, suppose PA, you can see the 3 district and the total count is 3. It is our final output. So it is our current development project. So what's next? We need to add a text box over here. Now, as I said before, we need to find out on which event we need to execute our code. Every time you try to do something, you need to understand on which event you need to execute your code. For example, just a quick reminder, in which event I want to load the data into the list box. The answer is when my form is getting loaded. That means the form load event. So we have implemented or added our code inside of the form load event, which is this one. Similarly, you may ask yourself, when should I filter the list box list? The answer is when I want to type or write inside of the text box. So we need to figure out which event this text box supports. Let's go to the properties, and you can see there are a lot of events, and the text change is our appropriate event. What is it? Event raised when the value of the text is changed. This is what I need. So I double click it, and it is the block where I want to do our coding, that means filtering. So to filter, let's create another list here. Suppose string filtered, suppose let's do it result. And as I have said before, I want to do it using plain for loop. So for, okay, let me introduce new technology, new code view. There is a looping system in C# that is called for each. For each iterates over its items and create a temporary variable whose scope is inside of these 2 brackets. That means inside of this braces. So if I write district here, you can see there is no variable called district because this district is scoped inside of these 2 brackets. And since the districts list is the list of string, so every variable should be string type. Now let's figure out the algorithm first. What I need to catch the input of the text box and store it in a variable. Number 2, check the variable with the temporary value of the districts which is actually district variable, which is this one. And the third one is, if our logic satisfies us, we need to add this temporary variable, which is district, into the new list, which is called the result. And at the final state, we need to reload. That means re data source to the list box. We did it in our previous videos for the combo box. Idea is same. So let's code. String put is the current text which I will write. Check the variable with the temporary value, which is the district. So if, what should I write? District double equals to input. No. Why is not? Because I want to show the list whose text is starting with the input variable. So this is not our appropriate case. So let's find out, is there any variable or any function or any method is provided by the built-in .NET to check the strings? The answer is yes. So I will write if district dot, see, district has many method and it has also starts with method. So what does the starts with do? It determines the value whether the beginning of the string matches. Yes, this is what we need. And you can see what's the return type is the bool. The basic programming, what you have already learned in your universities or in your graduate schools, is the if ultimately takes a boolean. So no matter I give directly a string check or call a function or do multiple function check, if the ultimate result is a boolean, it will not give you any build error. So it's okay with us because this starts with is giving us a boolean and the if is taking the boolean. So input text. So if I press DH, it will hold the DH, and if each of the district value will check with the DH, and if the district is matched with the DH, we want to add this district into the new result. That means result.add district. So the values whose are starting with the input will get into the result. And then finally listbox1 dot result. But before that I said reload. That means okay, fair enough. Let's build it. Build is okay. Let's run it. So DH good SAYE U. See, if I don't write anything, everything is coming because it's empty string. But it's not our ultimate goal. We need to replace the whole for each thing with what? Sorry, we need to do this after the for each, when our every logic is checked. There's interesting plugin called Resharper. What it does, it gives you some suggestion and makes some better code for you. Let's check it, what it saying. I'm clicking and it is saying, hello mister, do you want to convert the expression into the LINQ expression? Yes, I do. Wow. Let's not confuse you. Undoing. Okay, so I'm just removing, sorry, I'm just commenting the whole thing. To work with LINQ, you need to understand the basic principle of LINQ. The principle is, I'm writing it down, there should be a plural thing. Plural means it may be list, maybe array, maybe collection, maybe whatever. It should be plural. There should be a logic check. It may be a method, maybe plain operator checking, maybe multiple operator checking, maybe multiple method checking. But ultimate, the plan is to give you the boolean, is the logic check, true or false. And the third one is select appro new list. So how does it do? I do it in this way. I always speak in this way. From a variable in a list or plural where the condition is true, select the variable, is the working pattern which I follow. In this case, the plural is the collection, a variable is a temporary variable, a condition is the boolean, selection is what I need. Let's check it in this way. So if I write from, you can see the Visual Studio is suggesting me. Press enter, and districts is the collection. You can see here it is a field list of string. Yes, I want to use it, and I'm doing it as a D. So districts is plural, a variable is D. So there should be a plural type. Yes, we have fulfilled this. The next one, where is a keyword of the C#, but here it should be a boolean. So boolean may be anything logical. So we can just copy, since you have understood this, copy this check, paste it here. Sorry, in this case it's D, and it's not the input, it's directly textbox1 dot text, but the idea is same. I guess you understand. And last one, we want to select D. Interestingly, Resharper understands what the return type is, and it can create a variable for us. check it here. Click introduce variable, and you can see there are two types of variable. You can use the var or the enumerable. I'm doing it var and naming it as a result. Do I have another result? Oh yes. So just don't do it. Here is a problem. The problem is this block of code is returning you at the type of enumerable, and you are trying to assign this enumerable into the list. Check that. The error is saying cannot convert source type blah 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 enumerable of string to target type blah 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 at the end list of string. So the to is the left side, the from is the right side. So right side enumerable is trying to be assigned into the left side, which is list of string. It is not possible. We need to do a to list over here. Okay. Using Resharper, we can do it more smartly. Let me show you. I'm just selecting this block, pressing Alt or Enter, surround with bracket, and then dot to list. So thus the result is only contain the list of values which is starts with the text box input, and the rest of thing is similar like the previous. So I'm running it again. Suppose if I write BA, you can see the values which is starting with BA. At the end we wanted to show the count also. So count of what? The count of the result. So how can I do that? Just I'm emptying the existing values. Removing the text. Going to the code. So label 1 dot text equals to result dot count. It is doing a error. Why is that? Because the count, you can see the count is integer and you are trying to set the integer into a string. You can't. Okay, so let's run again. B. So we have 7 districts starting with B. We have all 64 districts. J, only one, 2. So this is the LINQ. Now you have an assignment. Let me prepare the assignment for you. Okay, welcome back. I just cloned the two project. In the left output you can see I have written BA, but the result is 0. But in the right output I have written the same thing, but the result is 4, because the string comparison is purely case sensitive. So in the left side I have not considered the case sensitivity, so doing the lowercase ba is giving me nothing. But if I write suppose caps B and A, it is giving me the same for result. So I have considered the case sensitivity in the next code and do the querying, and you can see I am doing the lowercase ba, but it is giving me not only lowercase but also uppercase, it's not the matter, is giving me the result. So your task is to do this output. You can see the code from the GitHub, and that will be like this output, the left output. Your task or your assignment is to make the code to work like in this way, so that if you can write in the lowercase, the result is also come. So thanks for watching. Keep in touch. Allah Hafiz.